The KOAM Morning News. Earlier, we were fortunate enough to be able to be joined by not only a four-state veteran, but also a children's author, Laura Wright. And Laura, kind enough to come back and join us for a second part here. She is going to be reading her first book, Brave Me in the Forest of Tangled Lies, and also signing the book tomorrow afternoon at Art Forms Gallery in Pittsburgh. That's going to be from 1 to 2:30. Laura, we talked earlier about the writing process and the character Brave Me and how it can help not only children but also adults. But I want to get a tad bit personal with you here. You're a four-state veteran. Tell us a little bit about your service time.
Well, I spent 17 years in the Marine Corps. I did 4 years active duty back during the Gulf War. I didn't deploy, though, at that time. But I was on active duty from 90 to 94, and then got out and just did the civilian life for a while, and then 9/11 happened. So there went that option. And, I just kind of, once a Marine, always a Marine, felt the pull to go back in. So went back in and served quite a few more years and did 2 tours in Iraq.
It doesn't seem like a transition that you hear every day, from United States Marine Corps to not only children's author, but children's illustrator. My question for you is why?
I really want to empower children. Children are my passion. They're our future. They're the ones that we really need to uplift. And if we want to have a good future in this world, we need to really uplift those children and empower them to make sure that they can do their part in this world too.
You've written 3 books with your main character, Brave Me, and it's no coincidence the name of the character is Brave Me, because as a child or a parent reads it, you can become that character. And each of these books, it has the theme of self-realization. Why was that important to you to kind of put that in a child's conceptual idea? Because it's easy for you and me to try to explain it, but you've taken it to their level where they can fully embrace it.
Well, it's children are on a different level than we are, and we have to get down to their level to be able to really connect with them. And that's why I also do a lot of interviews with kids too when I'm writing my books, to make sure I get their input. So I'm not putting something, and times change, kids change. I mean, we didn't have social media and stuff like that when we were growing up. So there's a lot that's changed. So I get a lot of input from children.
In your adult life, coming out of the Marine Corps and deciding to write the Brave Me series, which Laura's now written 3 of these books, and she's working on more. What's the emotional process been like for you when it comes to transitioning out of serving our country to sitting down and trying to explain introspective concepts to a child?
It was not an easy transition because you do have a lot of trust issues, and I was suffering from post-traumatic stress myself, so that kind of takes a toll. But it also kind of gave me a passion and a drive to reach out and to do my part. Because when you serve in the military, and especially for as long as I did, and then you get out, you have the drive to still serve, and you still have the drive to do something. And since kids are such a huge passion of mine and empowering them, that's naturally where I went.
Well, Laura, I appreciate your openness in telling us that story. Laura Wright, once again, United States Marine Corps, 4-state veteran, and now children's author and illustrator. And like Laura said, Laura, you've got 3 books out right now. I understand you're still going.
I am.
How many?
Yep.
Are you just do you have conceptual ideas? Do we know what's coming down the pike?
Yep, my next one is going to be Brave Me is Marooned on Envy Isle.
Love it.
So Mee's going to confront some envy and jealousy that Mee's got going on.
And Laura, I tell you what, as a father of 2 children, I look at the concepts that you have tackled in each one of these books. I completely identify with them, and I cannot thank you enough from a parental standpoint about trying to explain these to children. And as an American, thank you for your service, ma'am.
Thank you. That means a ton to me. I appreciate that.
All right, Laura Wright, she is going to be not only reading her first book, Brave Me in the Forest of Tangled Lies. This all happens tomorrow, 1 to 2:30 at Art Forms Gallery. It's on Broadway in Pittsburgh. And as Laura mentioned earlier, in case you missed it, she's not only going to sign the book, she's going to read the book, She's going to answer questions about self-publishing and then bring the kiddos. She's going to help them draw as well. Laura, thank you so much. Best of luck to you tomorrow.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
We'll be back with more KOAM Morning News right after this.
When did